Alright, welcome to Outdoors with Brad. I'm Brad. So, we're back at the creek taking pictures from the other side. We're going to be using my 90mm lens and my 135mm lens. We're going to be talking about depth of field, exposure, and composition. So stay with me and let's take some pictures and we'll see what we get. So, enjoy the video, like the video, and please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. I'll see you next time on Outdoors with Brad. Thank you. Well, we are back at the stream, shooting it from the other side of the bridge. Last video, I shot the water coming towards us. In this video, I'm going to shoot from the opposite side and have the water going away from us. And in this video, I will be shooting with my 135mm lens, which is like a normal 50mm lens on a 35mm camera. Also, I'm going to shoot with my 90mm lens, which is like a 28mm lens on a 35mm camera, a wide-angle lens. And if you have watched me before with this lens, you might remember it does not have a working shutter. Also, I will be talking about depth of field, exposure, and composition, and how they all relate to each other. So come along and join me in shooting this beautiful black and white photograph. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. I need every subscription I can get. Thank you, and let's go take some pictures. So here I am setting up my camera. It is at the end of the day and it is very cloudy and no wind. So I will be shooting with long exposures, with my aperture shut down all the way to 32.5 f-stop, as far as it will go down to on this lens. That will give me a long depth of field to work with. Depth of field is how much is in focus in your picture. A short depth of field is where only part of your picture is in focus. A long depth of field is where most, if not all, of your picture is in focus. And that is what I want in my picture today. So my composition is with little white flowers in the foreground, a stream as your main subject, leading you into the shot and taking you to the bridge in the background, with everything in focus. Now, in my camera, I am focusing 1/3 into the shot and letting my long depth of field bring everything else in focus. As a rule, your depth of field starts at your focus point and then gets in focus 1/3 towards the camera and 2/3 away from the camera as you close down your aperture to a higher f-stop. So what is my exposure? The film that I am using has an ISO of 100. My f-stop is 32.5 on my lens. It is late in the day and cloudy. So I got out my 35mm digital camera, set the ISO at 100, closed down my f-stop to 22, as high as it will go, and got an exposure of 2 seconds at f22, or on my 4x5 camera it would be 4 seconds at f32. Also, I will be bracketing from 2 seconds to 8 seconds on this shot. So let's go shoot some film. Here I am shooting with my 90mm lens. The wind lens I have where the shutter does not work, and I have to be the shutter myself. So I have a lens cap that I use to cover the lens and work as my shutter. I pull out the dark slide carefully, set it on top of the camera, let everything calm down, move my lens cap out of the way, and count to 4 seconds for my first exposure. As you can see, it is not very easy to put the dark slide with one hand back in my camera. Now on my second sheet of film, I will be going to shoot it for 6 seconds. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. While you watch me mark my film holders and change my lens from a 90mm to my 135mm lens, let's talk about how exposure, depth of field, and composition all relate to each other on this shot. I needed the long depth of field to keep everything in focus, from the grass and the flowers in the very front to the bridge in the background, and wanted the stream to have a soft look of flowing water to take your eye from the bottom of the picture to the bridge. So the time of day and no wind to deal with meant that I could have long exposures and long depth of field for this shot, which was perfect. So here we go, shooting more film on this shot. After I marked my last 2 sheets of film, I decided to put on a new song. New song means new lens. So let's put on my 135mm lens, which means refocusing and releveling the camera. At the end of this video, you will see the black and white prints I got out of this photo shoot. Both shots, one with the 90mm lens and one with the 135mm lens. And the photograph from my last video, photo trip number 11. Go watch it too. Let me know in the comments which photograph you like. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more tips on taking great pictures. Here I am again, under my dark cloth, setting up my shot again with the 135mm lens on my camera. And this lens has a working shutter. I get out my level and re-level my camera as always. check my focusing one more time. And put some film in the camera. Here we go. Well, thank you for watching my video. See you next time on Outdoors with Brad. Thanks.